Okay, good afternoon, distinguished guests, college and participant. Welcome to our session on the Winter Conference 2025 with the theme Strengthen Sustainable Waste Management System in a Traditional Village in Kunir Village, Kediri through Sustainable Innovation. In this session, we will explain about our community development project plan in Kunir Village, Kediri, and also explore inspiring examples of the collaboration between universities and communities in Indonesia and also in the Netherlands. This project showcases how universities and partner with communities and industry to co-create sustainable solutions. We are honored to have speaker representing the Hague University of Applied Science by Ms. Wianda Fischer from Universitas Erlangga. It's me, Dr. Rizky Amalia Baraguan, and from Universitas Brawijaya by Dr. Kiki Gustinasari. Uh, okay, sorry for the interrupting. Okay, without further ado, please welcome our first presenter, Ms. Wianda Fischer from the Hague University of Applied Sciences, who will open with a presentation on the value of a learning ecosystem in climate action education. Ms. Wianda, the time is yours.
So can you hear me now? I think it's not working. Okay, thank you very much. I think, sorry for the delay. There were some technical issues. Um, I would like to share a little bit about how we have set up a learning ecosystem. And we work together with the University of Erlangga and Brawijaya about in a few living labs. And the living labs are based on the vision of a learning community. I think one of the strongest focus point of this is the nice collaboration we have and the students who work together in this kind of living lab. So what I share today is a little bit about how we set up this learning community, also in other regions, and what are the principles of this learning community. Next slide. Our University of Applied Sciences has three mission statements: to be curious, connecting, and caring. Well, I think it's a nice start to also as a support for how our students work together. They should be curious, they should connect together, and they should care about their environment. And that is also what we see in the students who work in this learning community or living lab. Next slide. The basis of a living lab or a learning community is that we learn students to co-create and to innovate. We really support students to work together with professional healthcare professionals, for example, to work together with the business, social partners, but also with the inhabitants of, for example, the region they work in, and also with patients, for example. So we really think that if we connect all the different stakeholders together, including the students and including us as professionals, that they really learn, because they really learn to include the different perspective of the different people who are important in a possible solution, especially in the current era of many wicked problems. This is the way to. This could be a way to really to organize the students. And we also think that this inquiry-based education supports students also in learning how to incorporate data, how to incorporate research in the way they look at possible solutions with the different disciplines. Next slide. We try to build on the existing structures, so we prefer not to create new situations, to create new collaborations, but we really try to keep the current situation as much as possible the same, so students can really work in the situation like it is today, but also to be prepared for future challenges. This kind of learning community, this is a picture in how we work with several institutes. This picture is made together with TU Delft. We combine students of different knowledge institutes, like of academical institute, like the students of the University of Applied Sciences, but also students of vocational educational institutes, just because they should learn that all students have a different perspectives, have different competencies and different talents. So the students work in a what we call learning community together with the stakeholders. The stakeholders will not always be in this community, but the students are collaborating together on several topics related to a overarching theme, and they combine their knowledge and from different disciplines, but also from the different perspectives, from research point of view and the stakeholders. So we also learn them to co-create with the stakeholders in this kind of learning community. So, and that should be on a, let's say, similar level. So it is not a way that they interview the stakeholders and they bring in their knowledge. Of course, this could be a way, but it's also really helpful if students can work in a co-creation session, in several co-creation sessions with the stakeholders like researchers, inhabitants, patients, depending on the topic they're working on, to really learn, but also the stakeholders will learn because they all have the need to find several solutions for the complex challenges. And usually the challenges are too complex to have just a one way to go. And in the learning community, students are stimulated to look well to put the boundaries in a different way, so they really learn over their own discipline and with so what we call cross-boundary learning. Next slide, please. So the different perspectives students get from the stakeholders, from the researchers, from us as professionals, but also we as professionals get different perspectives. In such a learning community, it's helpful to at least follow a certain methodology. So students are, and also we are, that structure helps to create these co-creations because, of course, the stakeholders will not always be there, but we try to create a room or, for example, a living lab where students work on an issue, but also stakeholders like professionals and researchers work on that same issue. In this kind of ecosystem, it's helpful to have a coordinator who keeps all stakeholders together, and also to have different disciplines in that community, so a real transdisciplinary learning takes place. Next slide. As it's quite a challenge to keep students together. This coordinator, this community manager or a director can help to create and to make sure that the group works together and will be together often, especially because we think that if the students start in this learning community, and we also see if students start in this learning community, they start usually with a certain curiosity, but in a certain way, they also get, let's say, maybe frustrated or impatient, or so it is helpful to have someone who really supports the students in that process. And we see if we do that students really start to identifying the issue that they are working on, but they also experience that in a certain way they find a way to coordinate the different experience they have, like their fellow student has or one of the stakeholders has, that to really coordinate that to a possible way to come to a solution. So that dialogue between the different partners is essential. This is also a process that is described by Bakker and Akkerman, who have a very nice guide on how this process can work. So we try to structure the learning community based on these processes. So after dialogue, after listening, after open questions, we see that based on the reflections, the learning starts. And or maybe it already started, but it really deepens. And after this process, we really see a transformation in learning. We see also a transformation in the young professionals to become, let's say, really skilled professionals with the competence they need to work on the future weekend problems. The next slide. So this structure we use to create learning communities on several topics. We work together with knowledge institutes like TU Delft, but also with the University Erlangen, but also with the University in Curaçao, for example. We work with different knowledge institutes to make sure that students of different perspectives, different cultures, and different disciplines work on the themes we gather from the stakeholders. And only in this way we think that really this transdisciplinary approach, really this cross-boundary learning will take place. Essential in this cross-boundary learning is to have the co-creation and also to have to really create the development of innovative solutions. And we really see that students come up with solutions that are more innovative than they could have thought when they would have worked in a team of only one discipline in school, for example. So to really to have this living lab, it's also essential to create sustainable embedding, because we don't want students to work on the topic only once. We would like to have this living lab really going on, so the next students will also work on the topic and take the topic further. So this structural involvement of all the stakeholders is also essential in this case, because if new students fly in after some time, we of course would like to have the stakeholders still involved. Next slide. This setup of learning communities is essential in the collaboration in sustainable innovation. One of the nice projects we've done last year with supported by the NL Knowledge House together with University of Erlangen is that students have been working on waste management in low-income communities. Students worked on this in a way that they could compare waste management in Indonesia with the situation in The Hague. So they compared what happened in the Netherlands compared to what happened in the similar kind of community in Surabaya. Students investigated different applications and sustainable solutions regarding this waste management, and came up with nice innovative proposals for both communities. And I think this was a wonderful result, as they were working together. They were not only working on creating a better situation for the community in Surabaya, but also come up with new innovative ideas for the area in The Hague. Next slide. So the results of these collaborations were that we created, or the students created, awareness in the community in Surabaya as well as the community in The Hague. They were able to reshape the perceptions regarding waste management in the kampungs, and they themselves gained deeper insights in the challenges, but also in how to work on these challenges, but also to how to work on these challenges in their own country, which I think was a very nice and valuable result. Next slide. A similar kind of setup of a living lab, in this case a learning community. We have, for example, in Curaçao, together with the University of Curaçao and The Hague and TU Delft. This is also one of the projects in which stakeholders work together with our students of our technical faculty, students from TU Delft, but also students from the social and technical faculty of the University of Curaçao. Next slide. So this is a 10 to 20 weeks program in which students work on similar kind of topics, all related to climate action. And these projects were designed on different levels, also with the focus to be embedded in the way of working of the stakeholders. Well, for the students, this was a wonderful experience as well. And I gathered some statements and some experiences of the students who worked in the Learning Community Living Lab in Surabaya, as well as the ones in Curaçao. They, for example, were saying that they really experienced that they deepened their knowledge, that they really learned how to successfully work with other disciplines. They also learned on how to work with stakeholders, how to ask open questions, which is essential, but also how to listen, and also to how to connect to the different disciplines and understand what these disciplines can bring to their own knowledge and skills. Next slide, please. Some statements, some quotes of our students. One student said that he really experienced that working in this learning community taught him that everyone is an expert and everyone is needed to find a solution. And I think that is, for example, a wonderful experience of this student, that he really experienced that the inhabitants, as well as the real experts, as you could say, and the researchers, but also they themselves, they could bring in new knowledge to the theme, to the project they were working on, and that everyone has their own expertise, which is essential in designing innovative solutions. Another nice comment was also that the TU Delft students said that working along peers brought various from various disciplines, really highlighted the importance of stepping in with different disciplines. Well, I think this is why we create these learning communities from our knowledge institutes, that is to really support students in their learning process, but also to prepare these young professionals to their future jobs. Next slide, please. So to work in this kind of ecosystem and bring students together in this way, we really see that it's a good vehicle to create this multidisciplinary collaboration and create this integrated collaboration. To create that, we really see that we create innovation. We create an acceleration of the implementation, because the stakeholders are involved right away and they see results that fit in their processes. But also scaling up the results is easier because the stakeholders are involved already. So learning from these best practices across different teams and across different domains, we experienced this as a wonderful experience. So we brought this experience to other projects. Next slide. For example, this experience we've had in the learning communities, we use this learning community as a basis for our Master Next Level Engineering. This is a one-year master in which students work to a Master of Science diploma. And this is also created, and also in this master program, we also work in a learning community. So the teachers, the students, the researchers, and other stakeholders work together in the same room, literally in the same room, on very complex societal issues, and also with different disciplines. So also this master program is open for different disciplines from the technical field. Because they work in the same area, they learn from each other. So also the lecturers and researchers continue learning, which is, I think, also a wonderful way to support lifelong learning. This master, next slide, is based in our location on the campus in Delft. Next slide. We and also had some very nice innovative results, like a catheter shaped specifically for research. You still have, okay. Next slide, because I'm almost finished. So we do more learning community projects, like in solar energy, like in hydrogen, like in health community, together with social studies and healthcare professionals, like in the green port, in a harbor in the Netherlands, and all these projects are based on the learning community. Next slide. I think that the power of this collaboration really creates innovation, and that's why I really support this way of working. Also, together with University Erlangen in the next project they are going to present, because it's really wonderful to see how the students see how they strengthen their capabilities and competencies. But we also see that the initiatives really are embedded in the community that they work for, and I think that is a perfect and a wonderful example to support a next project. So thank you very much.
The insightful presentation highlighting the power of multidisciplinary learning community. Next, the speakers is me, and I will share about technically the COIL project, or collaboration online project living lab, between Universitas Erlangga and the Hague University of Applied Science. And it's part of our broader partnership, the first collaboration in the sustainable innovation, connecting education, research, and the community impact. The project conducted for 1 month in the last year, in 2024. We implemented this collaboration through a collaborative online international learning project with the theme in the waste management system in the Indonesia and also in the Netherlands. The project ran fully online from October until November in 2024, without physical boundary, and we just meet with the via platform like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and also the Padlet. And the participant, we had 15 students from Universitas Erlangga from environmental engineering study program, and 8 students from the Hague University of Applied Science. And then the student divided into 3 groups, which consists of the student from Erlangga and student from the Hague. They were supervised by the lecturer from both institutions, including myself and Dr. Nurina Fitriani from Universitas Erlangga, and Michael Malonsi and Cindy Millets from the Hague University of Applied Science. The study area we focus, the study area in this program, We focus on LW3 Jambangan Surabaya, which serves as a case study for household solid waste management system. Jambangan area is one of the areas in Surabaya that has success in empowering the community in environmental management. And in The Hague, the study area is in the Lac and the Skidder Beach. And the activities for the COIL or collaboration online, we have 4 meetings in the 1 month for every week. The first meeting, we had introduction session between students from Universitas Erlangga and from the Hague University of Applied Science. And the student also share about the basic knowledge about waste management. And then we also use Padlet platform for the lecturer give assignment and materials for the student in the COIL, and the student upload the assignment in this platform. And we also held an online workshop with the guest lecture from NGO Komunitas Nol Sampah Surabaya by Ibu Hani, and the CSR representative from industry from PT Coca-Cola Indonesia by Ibu Karina. The workshop is to enrich the learning experience in solid waste management from industry and also from NGO. Yeah. And in the final meeting, the student have presentation the infographic from each group of the students. They compare how household management system in the Surabaya, especially in Jambangan and in the Lac, the Hague, and also the Squidder, which from another group. This is in for the interpreting. Yeah, and the activity, this infographic from each group in COIL. From the infographics, we conclude that the government in Netherlands have a strong and more integrated policy in waste management system, from the source until the landfill. Then and also in the community, then the government in the Surabaya or in Indonesia, something like that. And the outputs from this collaboration, we achieved 3 major goals. The first is knowledge enhancement and also knowledge transfer from the student from the Netherlands and also from our student in Indonesia. And the second is international exposure and experiment and also experience and also the networking from to our student and the student from the Hague University of Applied Science. And then the third is practical proposal. That is, they design local solution and community-based solution of the waste management in Indonesia and also in The Hague. And the key findings, several key findings from the student report. We also know in the COIL the importance of the digital tools for like Padlet for coordination and also learning from when we have a long distance condition and a variation in community participation. influenced by awareness of the community and also the infrastructure from the government in the waste management system, and also the significant role of the NGO or local stakeholder and the CSR industry for the solid waste management. And the strength for this program is the institutional collaboration that brought diverse perspective, especially in the waste management system, and flexibility of online tools that made participation possible across time zones, and the engagement with real community stakeholder and the practical relevance. But we have also have a challenges like limited implementation during the project period, and also the limited budget for the infrastructure of waste management, for the lack of infrastructure waste management in the Jambangan, and need to ensure community ownership and sustainability after the project end. And based on these findings, we recommend uh, some recommendation like piloting small-scale implementation about waste management system in Jambangan, strengthening waste separation infrastructure in the source of the waste, and then conducting capacity building and awareness program to the community, and also involving local government to align effort with the regulation and also the funding, and finally embedding this collaboration into curricula so it can continue beyond a single project. And the conclusion from the COIL project successfully connected our students from Universitas Erlangga and the student from the Hague University of Applied Science, and also the academics and NGO and also the industry representative to explore the sustainable waste solution for community. And then we go on to our community project plan in the Kunir Village, Kediri. Uh, this project is aligned with the Indonesia's national vision of the zero waste, zero emission by 2030 from Indonesia Ministry of Environmental. And also, this project focus on developing the sustainable waste management system in a traditional village, namely Kunir Village in Kediri, with the cultural potential because there is a tourist attraction, namely Totok Kerot or Dwarapala statue that was the historic in the Kediri Kingdom. Next slide, please. But this village have the existing waste management challenges, like waste, especially plastic, is just burned openly, and they don't aware about health and environmental risks from open burning, and also lack of infrastructure in the waste management or in the waste transformation, and also low awareness of sustainable practices. Next. Next slide, please. And this project is rational with the Ministry of Environmental in Indonesia about line zero waste, zero emission, and also the opportunity to introduce to the community about the circular economy. So from the waste to money, because in this area most of the people live livelihoods are farmers, so we came up with the idea of transforming the organic waste from agricultural activities into the compost, and then the compost is used to the community for their agricultural activities. Next slide, please. And this project plan have the objective. The first is to initiate community development for municipal solid waste management, especially the organic waste from the agricultural activities. And the second is to increase the community capacity and participation in the solid waste management system. And the third is establish sustainable recycling and composting practices to the resident of Kunir Village in Kediri. Next slide, please. And for the strategic steps and impact of this project plan will be continued by Dr. Kiki from Universitas Brawijaya. Please, Dr. Kiki, the time is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity, Dr. Rizky. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kiki from Universitas Brawijaya, the third presenter. The first and second part of our presentation highlights about collaborative learning communities and international partnership that can drive sustainable innovation into waste management. Now, moving on the next part, I will continue our presentation by explaining the strategic and impact for the purposed community service projects in Kunir Village. And also, I would like to share our current work with students and also Malang Regency Environmental Services to empowering local small enterprises. Yeah, next slides, please. Yeah, let's move to our strategic approach. We divided into action into several phases from knowledge to action, ensuring the learning outcomes are translated into community benefits. The first step was community engagement through workshop, door-to-door campaigns, and interactive discussion. The second was training and demonstration, where we introduced low-cost and replicable technologies for waste sorting, composting, and also recycling. And finally, we focused on capacity building, helping local leaders and groups to uh, to make facilities waste management programs. And next slide. Yeah, and the expected outcomes, we expect to achieve several outcomes. The first, to increase community participation in waste management using quantitatively through pretest and also post-test score to track knowledge improvement of the community. And the second, reduction in waste sent to open burning or landfills. So we can make recycled products with economic value, new incomes for community members through technical training outcomes, like Dr. Rizky explains before, to make compost that can use to fertilize the farm. And the third, creation of eco-products from recyclable materials such as compost and also some craft from plastic waste. And then contribution to sustainable tourism promotions and also um, strengthened Indonesia and Netherlands collaboration through sustainable innovation in education and practice. Yeah, next slide, please. For challenges, yeah, the anticipated challenge. The first, low initial public awareness, which can slow adoption, and then limited of infrastructure in rural areas, for example, waste collection points or composting facilities, and finally, maintaining long-term behavior change community to continuous engagement and reinforcement. And the engagement solutions to address these challenges We use creative and low-cost strategies. For example, we can offer some door prize during awareness events to increase participation. And also, we can use simple and low-cost technology that we can using locally available materials and tools there. And then we can change behavior with awareness to action, action that repeat and repeat to be habit, and then habit to be a culture. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, our long-term vision is to develop a replicable framework that other Indonesian villages can adopt. By combining ecotourism development with climate action, Kunir Village can become a model for sustainable rural transformations. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, from waste to wealth. Yeah, after do some project that we have planned, together we can make sustainable future. Success requires collaboration between local government, academia, and also communities. Okay, next slide. Yeah, from waste management, we move to SME empowerment. Yeah, we after focusing on community level solid waste, we expand our work to empowering local small enterprises, especially in batik industry. This initiative aims to link waste reduction with clean production practices. Next slide. Yeah, our program with titled Capacity Building for Micro and Small Batik Enterprises in Clean Production to create an environmentally friendly small batik industry. This program involves collaboration between Universitas Brawijaya, Universitas Airlangga, the Regional Environmental Service of Malang Regency, and the Ministry of Industry and Trade of East Java. And this program is funded by the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Technology. And next slide. Yeah, this is the existing condition of the Bati SMEs. The Bati SMEs we worked with face several limitations. Their facilities are small and also still rented and often not ergonomic. We can see the picture. And the management system are still manual, leading to inconsistencies. And the most important, they lack green industry certifications that make difficult to enter foreign markets. Next slide. Okay, for production aspect, in production aspect, one of the biggest issues is wastewater pollution. We can see the picture. This is the waste water that produced by SMEs Batik. Yeah. And we try to give some technology as a short-term solution. Universitas Brawijaya provided a portable wastewater treatment plant so that the wastewater can fulfill the standard before go to the river. And the second picture shows before and after aeration by ozone technology. And ozone technology is one technology that chosen by our team, yeah, to make portable wastewater treatment. For long term, Universitas Airlangga will give permanent design of wastewater treatment that suitable for small scale batik producer. Okay, next slide. And another production aspect is solid waste problem. Solid waste, especially for wax waste that can reach up to 200 kilogram per month. Previously, it just burns and then causing pollutions. And now this wax is recycled into valuable products such as reusable candles that can be raw materials again to make batik, and then aromatherapy items that it can transforming waste into profit. Next slide, please. Yeah, for management aspect, occupational health and safety, and also green certification. From the management perspective, occupational health and safety awareness is still low. Many workers do not use proper personal protective equipment, and then we try to provide it safety kits including gloves, aprons, masks, and also goggles. We also developed a green certification module in collaboration with the Ministry of Industry to Trade to help SMEs meet national and also international standards. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, this slide shows our five-step approach. We started with socializations to build awareness on green industry, and then we conducted training on clean production and business management, and then we applied technology by building an ozone-based wastewater treatment plant that combined with constructed wetland, and then through mentoring, we monitored and evaluate the progress. And finally, for the sustainability, we aimed to replicate this practice across other MSEs so that the technology and also the management that applied by the SMEs can be duplicated by another SMEs. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, products, implementation, and impact of innovation in Kriya Batik Sengguru SMEs. Our innovation outputs are divided into hard and soft technologies. For hard technologies include the portable wastewater treatment plant, use combination of ozonation and constructed wetland, and then design for SMA scale batik production capacity with filtration media consisting sand, activated charcoal, and also some plants. And the initial results show a significant reduction in mandatory textile wastewater parameters. And then personal protective equipment for batik productions that contains and also gloves and the other protective equipment, and then distributed directly to support OHS implementation, and then recycled wax products that use simple technology to recycle wax waste to reusable candles to be raw material again, and also to be aromatherapy products. And then for soft technologies include green industry certification module, training materials, and also digital marketing guides. Together, this innovation help batik SMEs become more sustainable, safer, and also more competitive in both local and also global markets. Next slide. Yeah, this is our output. This project is still running. Yeah, so we give some modules, SOP, poster, and also portable wastewater treatment. For the portable wastewater treatment, will be applied uh, next week. Yeah, we will go to the SMEs and apply the portable wastewater treatment plan. Yeah, next. And also, there are some outputs that we have to fulfill. For example, video publications and also article that should published, and then poster, and then next. Yeah, thank you very much. That's all from me. I will give back to the moderator, to Dr. Rizky.
Yeah, thank you for your insight about uh, the implemented of the system management in the small industry. And that now we will open the stage for a question and answer session, and also the input or the suggestion from the participant about the living lab experience or online collaboration experience. Thank you so much. Anyone have questions? Yeah, there is a question from Miss Diah Ayu Martangsari related to educating and supporting the community's involvement in waste management. Does the project help the community to increase their awareness as same as their household income at Jambangan, Surabaya and Kunir, Jakarta? Thank you. Thank you for the question, Miss Diah Ayu Martangsari. Yeah, from our project in Jambangan, the community have like awareness and also awareness about the solid waste management, especially the organic waste. They have composter, and after the coil project, we uh, we give the community the like plastic shredder, and then they continue to manage the plastic waste and also the organic waste. The plastic waste, they have a collaboration with the West Bank units in Surabaya, and the organic waste, they collaboration with the local stakeholder or like environmentalists, the local environmentalists, to have composter about the organic waste, something like that. Is there any question? The next question from Miss Inda Dikaladia. What is the role of schools in supporting waste circulation management programs, considering that schools are one of the contributor of plastic waste in my area? Maybe Dr. Kiki or Miss Wianda will answer the question, please.
Yeah, maybe I will try to answer, and Miss Wianda and Dr. Rizky can add some information. I think the role of schools can give some knowledge. The first from how to increase awareness of community, and students is part of community, all right. And I think the first is education, because without education we don't have awareness, and we will not do some actions. And school will give the educations. After that, education can give awareness, and then awareness can give action, and action that do and again action to maybe sorting waste, and also uh, what is it, make waste to be valuable materials, and to make waste to energy and the others. And then if it continue, it will be habit. Yeah, I think like that. uh, yeah, that's from me. Maybe Miss Wianda and Dr. Rizky can add the answer.
Well, maybe to add to that shortly. In addition to that, because I fully agree with the answer of Ms. Kiki, we could also include professionals from the schools, but maybe also the children who are in the schools in the learning community. And of course, if we create a learning community with professionals and students, we will not invite the kids all the time, but they will probably also, if we include the children at the schools as stakeholder, they could also be inspired to handle waste in a different way. So that, and maybe there could also be considered ways to support the schools in producing less waste. So that could be an option as well, next to, of course, education.
Okay, thank you, Miss Kiki and Miss Wianda for answer the question. Maybe for me, like Miss Kiki and Miss Wianda in school, we can the student have transferred knowledge from the teacher, and the student and the teacher also support and make a like example of the how to have a good environment, and why we should have a good environment, something like that. And the student will conclude it in the home, and also like make a new habit about how we can convert our environment, something like that. Any questions?
Is my voice clearly? Okay.
Yes.
First of all, thank you, Miss Linda, Miss Kiki, and Miss Rizky. Introduce myself. I'm Owl. I'm a student, but together with my lecturer, we're currently working on a study about Indonesian Netherlands corporation in water governments, particularly in Semarang, where flooding remains a recurring problem despite all the initiatives that Indonesians and Netherlands have to do in many ways, like in folder banger solutions, or maybe in the Blue Deal partnership uh, agreements, and etc. But from our field of work, we've noticed that while these collaborations provide strong technical infrastructure like the system and etc., but at the end of the day, the system often feels like unfinished. It mainly because it's mainly focusing on flood control, like without connecting in other sustainability aspect, like waste management, or maybe the water reuse, or maybe renewable energy, and etc. As a result, communities rarely see tangible benefits and long-term engagement become more difficult to sustain. So my questions is more likely suitable to the first presentations from Ms. Winda and Ms. Kiki maybe, because what I want to ask is maybe from your perspective, how can we adapt? Oh yeah, sorry, but compared to the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken, government support the place of a key the support play of a key role where the small villages there can generate renewable energy and manage their own resources sustainability because of the government support and etc. So maybe from Miss Winda and Miss Kiki perspective, how can we Indonesian, especially coastal city like Semarang, adapt the model where government support, the model where we have government support, local innovations, and waste management are integrated to, let's say, strengthening community ownership and long-term sustainability in flood-prone areas in Indonesia, like Semarang maybe, or Jakarta, or etc. Thank you. It is really clear.
Yes, thank you for the question. Maybe Wienda can answer, or Dr. Kiki first.
Well, to be honest, I didn't fully get the question because so were you asking how you can adapt the support of the government in sustainable solutions to Indonesia? Was that your question? I just
Yeah,
tried to summarize.
yeah. So basically, what I really want to ask is how can the coastal city in Indonesians adapt the model where the government support and then we can do waste management to solve the problem and to make a community more like sustained.
Well, it's not my expertise in how the government in Indonesia works, but one of the ideas could be to include the government or maybe the municipality more in a living lab or a learning community, so they also see what the possible solutions are, what their role could be, and they also learn. Because indeed in the Netherlands the government supports sustainable solutions, but not in all municipalities. So also there in the Netherlands we have a lot to do and to work on that. So in some municipalities, they, like in Delft, for example, the municipality is really involved in the learning community itself. So and in that way there is a let's say there is also a way of learning of the staff, the professionals in the municipality. So that could be a way of working. But of course, it's probably a small, maybe it might take a lot of time before that really has an effect. But that could be a way.
Okay, thank you, Miss Wienda, for the question. Maybe Dr. Kiki have answer or from.
Yeah, maybe I will add some information. I agree with Miss Wianda that, of course, yeah, we need the role of government and to adopt best management in waste management. We need cooperations between some parties from government, from university, and also community. Yeah, because the main object, the subject, and the object is community. So we need to work together. Not also the government, not also the university, but also the community. So government can support facility and regulation, and then the university can support knowledge transfer, and the community can support to open mind to and wanna move from previous low management to the best management practice. I think that's from me.
Thank you, Dr. Kiki, for the answer. Maybe from me, from the result of the COIL project that we learned between waste management rules in Indonesia and in Netherlands, we conclude the Netherlands maybe give a big incentive or disincentive, yeah, if the community or the industry don't follow the waste management system. So they have strong policy. They have stronger policy than Indonesia, and also they have more budget to the waste management infrastructure than Indonesia, something like that. And also the collaboration and the strict to the rules from the community and industry with the incentive and also disincentive if they don't follow the rules of the waste management system or integrated waste management system from the source of the waste until the landfill or incinerator in the Netherlands, something like that.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Salomo. I'm from Rio University in Department of Marine Science. I have a few questions anyway, like one or two questions. Specifically, I want to ask about your project. That you guys have a project in what place? I don't remember. But maybe my first question it will be, do you have do you have any like challenges, like such as challenges with the communities? That's the first question, and maybe like the idea because I'm from the foundation member too, like in Taloka, so we are creating like a solution for sustainable environmental too, and I'm the leader of the project. So while I'm starting the project, is having many problems. So do you, in your experience for continuing your project right now, do you have any challenges? And the second thing that I want to ask is, do you have any solution either or something? It's either like a curriculum because I already made some curriculums or such as module about environmental solutions to like coastal people in Rio actually in my place, and it's not sustainable. The program is not sustainable, and it's already stopped in like 1 month. But the target of the project is like 1 year. And can you give me some solutions about that? That's all for me. Thank you.
Maybe Ms. Risky can answer it shortly, just briefly, because of the time. And I'm in the conference, so if you still have questions, you can look for me.
Yeah, thank you, Wianda, and thank you for the questions. I think we have same problems in the learning communities or in the community development because the sustainability and also the monitoring for the project will be still conducted when we finish the project there, still in the difficult But for now, we just monitoring, and then we still maybe in like in 1 year, we have a study area like in Jambangan. So we don't pindah itu bahasa Inggris. We don't move to the another area. We just still in Jambangan until they have what is sustainability, and the community empower about the environmental system management. So we just focus on the one area for trying to learn how community will support our program, something like that. Maybe Dr. Kiki or Wiyanda have answer.
Yeah, I agree with your opinion because of for community service experience. I just have maybe 2 years. So to maintain the sustainability, uh, we can do our project in one place until success, and then to spread the to spread the what is it knowledge, and to spread the management system, we can give some information through social media, maybe news or YouTube, so that another region, another village, another district can make the same program with the with our locations, so that it can be replicable. That's from
Well, maybe just shortly, I recognize the point. It is really difficult to really create a good, strong continuation of the project. So I fully agree with the answers given, but we can have a chat on it maybe tomorrow, because I'm on location. And there's still one question I saw.
Thank you for your opportunity. I will chat you later for maybe like a consultancy. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. As we wrap up this session, we have seen how learning community and the living labs can connect education, research, and practice to create meaningful social impact, especially in the waste management system. On behalf from the organizing committee, I'd like to thanks to our speakers, Ms. Wianda Fisher, and me, and also Dr. Kiki Gustinasari. And of course, thank you to all participants for your engagement and contribution to our session. Thank you, and have a wonderful day at Winner 2024. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your attention and nice questions.
Thank you very much.